And you can see here we're well into an A grade now if we get this one right. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, so this is quite a complicated question, or complicated looking question. It says triangle ABC is drawn on a centimetre grid, and it gives you the A, B and C, and it gives you another triangle which is an enlargement of triangle ABC with a scale factor of half at centre 0, 0. So what you could do is you could enlarge it with a scale factor of half, and the way you do that, so centre is here. Now there are different ways of doing this. Some people like drawing ray lines. I prefer not. I don't think it's as precise as the method I'm going to go through, but if you draw the ray lines and halve the distance, that's fine. So what we want to do here is we realise that to get from the centre enlargement to A, we need to go 2 right and 2 up. But if it's scale factor half, we're going to do half of that. We're not going to go 2 right, we're going to go 1 right. We're not going to go 2 up, we're going to go 1 up. And that will give us the P. Same with C, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, so we want to go 2.5 across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, so we want to go 2.5 up, so 1, 2 and then a half should be here, and that's going to give us Q. Okay, and for B we want to go 6 across, so 3 across if we're halving it, and 2 up, so 1 up if we're halving it. And so we have R there. And let's join these up. And that is the triangle you would have there. And you can see on this triangle that the base is 2 and the height is 1.5. So the height of it is 1.5. I can't really fit it in, but if I could draw a bigger one here and show you, just to show you, I'll just have a diagram with it in. And so we want the height there, and let's just write 1.5. So the height of it is 1.5 because it's 1.5 squares up, and the base is 2. And to find out the area of a triangle, we do half times the base, which is 2, times the height, which is 1.5. Now half times 2 is just 1, so 1 times 1.5 will be 1.5, so it's 1.5. Now there are different ways of doing this. You could have found the area of this, and what happens with area is if the linear scale factors are half, then you need to square that if you're working with area. So you'd work out the area of the big triangle, and then you'd find a quarter of it, because half times half, half squared is a quarter. So you'd divide it by 4. It doesn't matter which method you chose. Let's have a look at the mark scheme. So the answer is 1.5, and you can see here that they found the area of the big triangle, which was 6, and then they realise, oh, they have used the area scale factor, which is the square of the linear scale factor. So they've done a half squared, which is a quarter. So a quarter of 6, so find a quarter, you halve it, 3, and then halve it again, 1.5. But it does say here that you can actually draw in the triangle, and so here are the ones that we've done on the previous page. There isn't a better method. I find students forget area scale factor and volume scale factor quite quickly, so many students probably would have done the same as me.